Ce matin, je vous parle immigration.
Right, we're looking at immigration this morning, and we asked them, what do you think about migrants who could risk their lives, go beyond measures, just to see greener pastures elsewhere, especially from those in Africa? Well, you definitely tempted to think what is happening in Africa from the perspective of the migrant. Catch glimpse this morning.
When you are in Africa on TV, when you see Paris, you see France, Europe, it's not all these ghettos. When you're in Cameroon, it's not all these ghettos that you see on television. You see skyscrapers, big houses, the Eiffel Tower, etc. That's what you see on TV, and that's what feeds your mind. And when you arrive on the spot, you find yourself in the heart of these ghettos, like the one where I am right now, and then realize that, yes, you have to think twice, my friend.
Well, those were excerpts from a documentary film, Pater, produced by LUMAN Communications and partners. Living is actually seeking to provoke a thought to the millions of the people on the continent still risking their lives at this exploits. Well, Mary-Noël Niba directed this film, a bit tired of always seeing the same narrative about migrants in the social media. We spoke with her.
Un peu fatigué de voir toujours la même narrative concernant les migrants dans les médias.
For years, like everyone else, I have been seeing these videos, reports about African brothers crossing the desert, Spain, drowning in water, you just name it, and they become normal images. And I told myself, look, we have to do something at our level. We have to do something, and that's what I did. Especially in my everyday job as public relations officer at the embassy, I meet migrants who tell me what they go through, what they went through, and I wonder, why do they have to go through this? And is the situation that bad in Africa? And I told myself that we had to find a way to talk about it, and that's the way I decided to go about it, to go back to those who have experienced it so they can tell the story.
L'un des objectifs de ce documentaire, eh bien, c'est de casser un peu cette image d'un Occident paradisiaque par opposition à une Afrique qui n'aurait plus rien à offrir.
Il y a toujours des gens qui sont des candidats à l'exil parce qu'on continue à faire croire qu'ici la vie est belle. Oui, la vie est belle. La vie est aussi belle en Afrique.
There are always people who seek asylum because we advertise this narrative that life is beautiful here. Yes, life is beautiful. Life is also beautiful in Africa. That's the point I'm trying to make. There is no hell in Africa because even those of us who live in Europe, every time we see someone coming home, we notice the happiness in their eyes. That means there is something there. Even those who risk their lives to come here, you have to see how bad they want to get a visa or to have a passport to return on to the continent. But if you are so happy to return, it means that you could live there because there are others who live there. And when you go there, those who welcome you, those who make you happy are brothers and sisters who manage to make a living there. And what it means is that we have to go.
Partir comme ceux qui ont quitté leur terre natale pour l'Occident, mais surtout partir.
Is leaving Africa really the answer to this challenge, bedeviling Africa, or having the courage to stay?
Ceux qui ont le courage de rentrer, c'est eux les héros.
Those who have the courage to return are the real heroes. Because sometimes the hardest is not the hustle in the West. The hardest is to face the look of those who wait for you back home. And what I want to make clear with this documentary is that our Eldorado is what we have in Africa. If we know how to search, we will find. Even if we happen to try to go outside, do not tell yourself it's to go without a return. You can come back. Nothing can prevent you from returning. You must be able to overcome the opinion of others. And I'm using this documentary film to say that.
Il y a encore beaucoup de choses à dire sur la question.
Well, there is still much to be said on this issue, including the psychological damage suffered by these people in exile and all that. We're looking forward to a discussion this week with Lawrence Lascaro, who is the producer of the documentary, and I believe we'll be hearing more testimonies on this particular exploit. And so follow us closely. We'll bring you more on this particular subject. Thank you very much for your time this morning.
Africanews.com ou .fr pour le français.